So I told Dan, don't be nervous, because no matter what, this will definitely be the best 3 podcasts. It'll be in the top 3.
Top 3 so far. Yeah.
Top 3, so it'll be pretty. It's gonna be good though. I'm kind of excited. Okay. Podcast presented by Zeppi's Pizzeria today. Shout out Big Zeppi's.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Want to throw some money our way? That'd be ideal.
Sure.
It'd be sweet.
I need some.
Nice. Okay, so anyway, just a quick background on Dan. Dan, I've been good friends since like kindergarten, first grade, whatever it was. We lived across the street from each other. Kind of got Dan into CrossFit, whatever, a few years back. So when we first started, I don't know if you guys read the story about us. We used to do CrossFit workouts like in his basement and my basement in our backyard. It was kind of cool. It was kind of like how we first started into the CrossFit. This is what the only story I tell. When we'd go in my backyard and we did wall balls to a tree. Like I had a 10-pound, it wasn't even like a wall ball, it was like
medicine ball.
Medicine ball, yeah. It was like a Rocky medicine ball. He brought his barbell over, probably didn't spin at all,
Wow.
rusted, Probably did like 65-pound power cleans horribly.
Yeah. Struggled with a 45-pound thruster.
Yeah, I don't even think we knew what the thruster was.
Right. Didn't have the mobility to do that yet.
Yeah. Did like 5 awful, probably did burpees, jumped all the way as high as we could.
Yeah.
And then we did Linda, which was like 3 bars of death. We do it in Dan's basement with only 2 bars. Okay, so if you don't know what Linda is, Google it. We do it with 2 bars. We have to switch it out. And I remember the time Dan's dog came down, was licking me in the leg while I was deadlifting. But those are like fun times, right?
Yeah.
They're fun.
Good motivation.
Yeah, it was fun, and then just kind of came a long way. I think what's cool is like about that is that's kind of like where a lot of people start, is just basic stuff, and then that's what's cool about going to an affiliate that kind of knows what they're doing. You kind of start, you kind of learn how to do things the right way. So kind of what we're striving for here, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely.
But don't be afraid to get outside your house and do some wall balls in the tree. A lot of fun.
Sometimes making up your own workouts is the best way to go.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's good. So we got the open. Okay. Last night was an awesome start to it. Crockett versus Steve. That was like awesome. Came down to the wire. Great energy last night. It was good. And then Steph and Courtney, of course, was awesome. The Divas. Actually, I think the intro music was the best.
That's good.
Court. The single ladies. That was good.
Yeah.
So she's married to us, just so you know.
Yeah.
Just FYI. And then, it was good. And then Steph, she said that she's not 115 pounds. That's what I announced, but of course I didn't want to go over,
I say give or take 5.
Give or take 5, that's good. So if you guys haven't been to our open workouts, got to come up Friday night at 6:30. You don't have to compete, just so you know, right? You're not coming up to compete. You come up, have a couple of fit aids, and then Jen made some pizza.
Phenomenal pizza, by the way.
Yeah, it was good. That was good. She never does anything half. It's always got to be like.
No, it's over the top. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. It's good to have people like that around for sure. Cool. Yeah. So how'd you feel like you did? Did you feel like you could have done better?
In the workout yesterday, I wasn't too happy with it. No. But I always say you want to take something away from every workout. So
that's good. Yeah.
I know. I was happy with my final score, but I know I need to work on dumbbell overhead stuff. So you can always take something from a bad workout. So that's how I'm gonna look at it.
That's it. Yeah. Actually, it was cool. Steph, I texted her and I said, you want to go against Courtney? And she said, well, I think Courtney could beat me. But she's like, it'll be a good learning experience either way. Oh. So that was a good way to look at it. Right?
Push her too.
She must have read the board in the front that says positive attitude can change your life. Instead of saying I hate this or this sucks, you say I can learn something from this.
I can benefit from it.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good attitude to have. So moving on. So you're pretty strict with your diet and nutrition. And so when I used to live with Dan, he used to weigh and measure his food and stuff. I didn't know what he was doing. I was like, because it would be like some kind of weird casserole and he put it on there, put it on the scale. I didn't know what he was doing, but whatever. But anyway, so I always think like CrossFit has this thing. mechanics, consistency, and then intensity. It can be the same thing with nutrition. You know, you should know the basics, which is the mechanics of nutrition, what a macronutrient, protein, carb. Some people don't even know what like meat is. They don't even know it's a protein.
Right.
You know, and then getting consistent in that, and then you can add in when you're going to the keto diet or a strict paleo diet. And so I think people, they jump to that, you know, they jump to those diets too quick that are too strict, and they end up crashing. So on the nutrition front, what do you usually do for nutrition? Like, what's your like, what are you doing right now? And you know, what's kind of your, you know, what's your plan when you have nutrition?
Right now, I'm trying to, during the day I do a little bit less carbs, because I feel like when I have big carb meals during the day, my energy levels kind of spike. So I try to keep my carbs for around and after my workout. So I think that's kind of going to benefit me a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Try to space out my meals. So every 2 to 3 hours, try to eat. So I try not to eat a huge breakfast and then wait 6 hours to eat again. I try to eat every 2 or 3 hours, keep my energy levels up. That's about it. Just stay consistent with it. Stay consistent during the week, and then maybe have 1 or 2 cheat meals on the weekend just to kind of give your mind a break, give your body a break, and start back over on Monday again.
So what were you doing when you were weighing? Like, what would you do? Like when we were at the house, you'd be like weighing.
Back then, I was tracking macros, so I was trying to eat, you know, 350 grams of carbs a day, 200 grams of protein a day, 80 grams of fat a day. So I was trying to do like 5 meals every day, 60 grams of carbs every meal, 40 grams of protein every meal, 10 grams of fat, whatever it was. So I would scoop out my rice, weigh the rice, cut up my chicken, weigh the chicken.
I don't think there was any seasoning on your chicken either. It was just like straight.
No,
like,
it was hot sauce. Straight hot sauce.
Yeah. So do you feel like when you were doing that, how, did you feel better when you're doing that, or do you think it's just better to just, you know, kind of like know, you know, like kind of how we're doing with the bento boxes, where you're kind of just eyeballing, like, okay, I want some protein, you know, I need some carbs.
I don't think it really helped with my performance, but it helps evaluate your performance. So if some days I wasn't feeling as energized as I thought I would add some more food in. So the only way you're going to be able to add more food in is if you know how much you're eating before. So if you're just eating until you're satisfied and then say, all right, I'm going to start eating more. Well, you don't know how much more is, because you don't know where you were at before. So being consistent with your meals, knowing about how much you're eating a day, then you can kind of adjust accordingly if you need some more energy. So
I think sometimes you just go by feel too. You know, sometimes you know, it should say you're, you know, this is your macros, this is what you should be eating. But you feel like you have no energy, you know, and then you bumped up the carbs a little bit or whatever, bump up the fat, and then you're like, man, I feel like ideal here. You know,
actually, recently, there's been a couple Wednesdays or Thursdays I'll come in and have absolutely no energy. So I'll go home and just eat as much oatmeal as I can. And I come in on Friday and I feel great. I have a bunch of energy. So just be consistent, but also listen to your body too. If you feel like you need some energy, get some good carbs in.
Nice, that's good. Have you ever done like any of those diets, like keto, paleo?
I did Whole30 for a month, which is no supplements, all whole food and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I really liked how I felt with that. That kind of led to my lower carb diets, but that kind of dropped my energy levels, so that's when I started kicking my carbs back up. So I haven't done full paleo, I haven't done full keto, but I've done like mix and match of everything. So
nice.
I think the best one that works for me is the lower carb, and then if you feel a little depleted, throw in a big carb meal. I feel like that works best for me. So.
What's the best like cheat meal, like Saturday night? You're like, what? Like, do you have like a typical food that you'll eat, or
pizza?
Restaurant? Pizza, yeah. That's
eat a whole pizza.
Whole pizza.
Whole pizza. Then it's usually bowl of ice cream, and then any kind of cookies or chocolate I have laying around.
Chicken fingers?
Sometimes chicken fingers.
Just kind of depends.
Yeah. I got a go-to place for chicken fingers. Pretty good.
Yeah, me too. You've taken me there. All right, so how about like 2 like supplement nutrition products, CrossFit products, whatever that you can't live without, like 2 things that you're like probably never, you know, go without for the rest of my life. Like could be supplement, could be Fit Aid, that kind of stuff.
I can't go without. I'd say a protein, a whey protein for post-workout, and then like a glutamine. I think glutamine really helps with recovery.
Yeah.
I also take creatine, but I don't know how much that works. But I've noticed there's been a couple times where I've run out of glutamine, and I just feel worn out for days in a row. I just have no energy whatsoever, and then I throw glutamine back in there, and my recovery kicks in, and workouts are better. So I'd say a good whey protein post-workout, and then mix in some glutamine throughout the day.
That's good, yeah. Yeah, glutamine. I actually heard that, you know, we did some like research in college on glutamine, and it actually helps your immune system after a workout. You know, so you get, you know, your immune system actually needs to be repaired because, you know, it uses proteins. And glutamine actually was, you know, the research saying that actually helps. So especially it's probably good now with a lot of people out with the flu and whatnot.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because last time I ran out, 2 days later I was sick.
Yeah. So glutamine is something good, you know, you can add in. I like that. That's good. So glutamine, whey protein. What kind of whey protein you like?
Whatever's cheap.
Yeah.
Whatever's cheap. Yeah, I don't buy the real expensive stuff. I know E-Rock buys this stuff. I don't know. I haven't gone that route yet. But,
yeah, he buys the naked, or he buys a $100 thing of protein.
The naked way.
Then he's drinking Walmart coffee.
Right.
That's sweet. I wonder, do you know what Doug does? What does Doug drink?
Doug? Whew. I don't know. Ram's piss or something?
Goat's piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, helps with the pH balance or whatever. Nice Doug plug. Okay. All right, so we did this every week. 2 suggestions for CrossFitters, like just as a coaching perspective, like, you know, just people new to CrossFit. Jess said mobility, you know, that's pretty obvious. Can't remember the other one she said, Ram's piss or something, or goat's piss.
Consistency or something.
Oh, consistency, yeah, exactly.
So two pieces of advice to give a new CrossFitter.
Yeah, or just any CrossFit. You know, there's people that have been doing it a couple of years.
Start slow. Don't think that you're, you know, the best in the world right away. Find out what your weaknesses are and work on those. So I would say hop in. I'd say find a weakness.
Big scar dog in the house. You hit those chains today, dude?
Nah, I wish.
No change.
My forearms are about to pop after yesterday.
All right, nice. Good talk.
I'm gonna go eat and train some more.
All right, see you, brother.
2 for 5 on the pyramid.
go to Zeppies.
You know, another thing, just to add on to that, it's good, is, you know, there's always somebody out there that's better than you. So, especially at first, don't compare yourself to others. That's something I think a lot of people do. And I think there's like, no matter what, there's always somebody out there better than you. So I think you should just focus on getting better yourself. I think a lot of people compare themselves to others at first, you know, and that's kind of something. All right, good. Number 2.
Videotape yourself. I still do that to this day. If I come in and I'm snatching or clean and jerking, I'll, you know, put my camera up and videotape myself. I think that's the best coach right there, because you can sit here and say, oh, you're doing this, and when I go to do it, I think I'm doing it, but then I look at myself and realize that I'm not. So.
Yeah, and actually I've been, like, every time people are lifting, I'll take video.
You've been taking video. Yeah.
Video people, and like I show them to them, and then they're always like, hey, can you send that to me? You know, it's always good to videotape yourself so you can kind of see. Athletes are visual learners, right? So that's what you got, you know, just to see it. Especially we don't have mirrors in the gym. Well, some people have been asking for that. Michelle covered up our only mirror in the gym. Kind of sucks. Yeah. That one made your arms look bigger too.
I don't keep my shirt on now.
Nice. One other thing I was thinking for just suggestion for CrossFitters is watch videos of other people too.
Yep.
I think I learned from, like when I would watch Rich Froning, I used to love watching him compete, and I learned a lot from him, like watching him do rope climb. I was like, okay, I can try that, and then that was something I kind of learned from. So watch videos on how to do it. You know, the coach is going to help you out, and then the coach will video you at the gym, but it's good to kind of educate yourself on that too.
Right. And yeah, don't think that one way is the best way. So if you watch a video on someone snatching and you come across another video, don't say, oh, I've already seen a video on snatching, I'm not going to watch it. Because that second person might have different cues. You know, the second person might say to think about doing this or think about doing this. So watch different videos, get different cues from different people.
Yep. Yeah, that's good. And then also kind of make some goals too. You know, I got that goals board up there. It's good to just kind of make some realistic goals. Give yourself 6 weeks and it's just something to work on. When you hit it, it feels good, you know, no matter what.
Hold yourself accountable.
That's awesome. Good. So let's see the quota. We hit the Doug plug.
Dog plug.
That's about it. That's our only quota.
Chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers hit those. Got big scar dog in this.
Scar dog.
Nice. Think we're done. Anything else you want to say? Dan's pretty good with teaching like the gymnastics up, bar muscle ups. So if you ever have any questions on that diet, Dan's a pretty good guy to ask. So yeah. Also,
Don't hesitate to ask.
Also, he's single too, just so you know. Oh, the single ladies. Oh,
yeah.
All right. Thanks.
All right, thanks guys.
Thanks, brother. All right, let's sell.